Boone Froggett of Otis is joining me now on Middays with Gerard Gibbard. I'm Scott Sands. Boone, it's nice to meet you.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. Glad to be here.
Tell us about Otis. Tell us about the band.
Man, we're from Kentucky. We're kind of a blues-based Southern rock band, so we're really excited about coming to Ground Zero. It's one of the places we've always wanted to play. You know, being a blues rock band, we go all over. We've been to Europe, all over the world, and people understand the rock side of it everywhere we go, but they don't always understand the blues element of what we do. So it's going to be nice to get down to business and get to the root of where all this great blues music comes from and continue that culture forward.
And Mississippi is just such a rich heritage in blues and rock and roll, all kind of stemming
Oh yeah.
out of the state of Mississippi. I've seen comparisons to Otis to like Lead Betty and Allman Brothers.
Oh yeah, very influenced by the Allman Brothers, and we've got to be around several, of the guys that were in the band. We've been around Warren Haynes, Books Trucks, JMO. We've played the Big House Museum. We've played the Georgia Allman Brothers Band Association Festival 3 times. So we're very into that to that side of Southern rock, the Allman Brothers. Yeah.
Coming from Kentucky, is there a blues culture in Kentucky?
There is. In Louisville, Kentucky, is where Sylvester Weaver recorded the first ever slide guitar recorded, and he recorded it with a pocket knife. And also there was John Brim, who was from Kentucky. We did a tribute album to John Brim with his lyrics and our music. And John Brim grew up in the Hawkinsville, Kentucky area, moved to Chicago in his teens, and ended up on Chess Records in the same era as Little Walter and Howlin' Wolf. And his most recognized song is obviously Ice Cream Man. Reason for that, Van Halen put it on their first record, and from the royalties from that, he was able to open his own record store and get back to touring, later in his career, which was really cool. But a lot of folks don't really know that we have that blues heritage. But if you listen to Robert Johnson, and then you flip over and you listen to bluegrass, you listen to Ralph Stanley, Bill Monroe. There's a lot of similarities there. It's not all that different. So Kentucky is more known for bluegrass than blues, but bluegrass has a lot of blues already in it.
Yeah, you jumped my gun. I was going to ask you about bluegrass and what kind of influence that may have played in Otis and in your music.
Oh, a huge influence. My grandfather was an old time fiddler, so I grew up as a kid with him going to all the fiddling contests. And in Barron County here, where we're from, is actually where Newgrass Revival started. And we just played a show with Sam Bush last year, which was really fun to get to be around Sam, world recognized, mandolin player and the father of Newgrass music.
So I know your grandfather was a fiddler, and I believe your dad, I've seen him described as playing honky-tonk guitar. So I'm sure you were able to get some musical lessons from them.
Oh, absolutely, man. There's always music in the house. I never had a formal guitar lesson, but I would say, hey, Dad, can you show me this lick? And he'd show me the lick once, and then go back to watching Gunsmoke and leave me to figure it out.
So I've seen the band. I've seen Otis described as a family type band, which I think so many bands become family. Living in a van, living in a bus,
Oh yeah.
every day on the road, you get really close. So what do guys argue about when you're not making music?
Oh, just anything we can think of. Our drummer Dale, he likes to argue for fun, so he always keeps an argument going. Whether it's in our group text or whether it's in person, he's always stirring it up. And I think most drummers are that way. I think they're the person that whether it's conversation wise or music wise, they always kind of stir the ashes on things.
So as you're on the road, how many days a year are you guys playing?
Right now, we're probably doing anywhere from 40 to 60 shows a year, so that's quite a few days on the road. We're still in a sprinter van. We haven't quite hit bus level yet, so we get a few more travel days in than your average bus band does. So we spend a lot of time together, but it's what we love to do, and anytime we get on stage and play some blues and rock and roll for people, it's a good day for us.
I have so many friends in bands who tell me that the bus is their biggest expense. It becomes a money suck, a money hole for their tour.
Oh, absolutely, man. When I'm not touring with Otis, I tour as a crew member with the Kentucky Headhunters, and that is the number one biggest expense in touring is the bus. And with Otis, we're just kind of thinking, hey, if we could just get a nicer Sprinter van in the future, we'll just avoid this whole bus lease thing. It's just so expensive. By the time you pay your lease for the month and you pay your drivers and your fuel, it's just like, man, you're basically just touring to pay for your bus.
We're talking to Boone Froggett. He's the lead singer of Otis. They're at Ground Zero Blues Club in Clarksdale on June 19th. What do you do on your downtime when you're on the road? I think I've seen that you like going to thrift shops, looking for music and finding some movies on videotape.
Hey, that's me, man. That's what I look for: blues records, horror films on VHS. I love vintage print stuff. So yeah, we're always hitting the Goodwills and the thrift stores when we can. And it's
so what's been your greatest find? What's been a gem?
I found some original Elvira on VHS. From the original Full Moon Fever, the company that put it out, which was really cool. And I found a Muddy Waters '78 from Chess, which was really cool. So that's some of my better finds.
What do you like to eat on the road? And have you found any great hole in the wall truck stops along the way?
Oh yeah, we're always keeping an eye out for the mom and pop places, the hole in the wall places. That's where the real people are at, and that's where we like to go. And we're, of course, being from Kentucky, we're barbecue freaks, so we got to eat barbecue everywhere we go. We have barbecue here in Kentucky is a little different. We got a piece of meat called shoulder, which you can't really find anywhere else except maybe northern Tennessee, southern Kentucky. So we like telling folks about that. And
is that a meat you smoke slow and slow, I would guess?
Yeah, it's pork, low and slow, vinegar-based mop sauce. That's over real wood coals. That's what we're about.
The band Otis is getting a lot of recognition, even if you're not familiar with them. People inside the industry certainly are. I know that Otis got a big shout out from Billy Gibbons recently.
We did, man. When our first album came out, through a chance meeting, he got a copy of it, and he just started burning it out on the road and giving it to people. Buddy Guy, Jeff Beck, Jimmy Hall from Wet Willie is who initially told me about it. He's like, man, Gibbons is out here, burning copies of y'all CDs and giving them to people. So a huge honor, obviously. If you're setting out to be a blues rock band, southern rock band, there's no bigger band than ZZ Top. So just got to see Billy about a month ago, and visit with him, which that was really cool. Always
Did you tell him to stop giving your music away for free?
No, we said do anything you want to, Billy.
So describe your stage show for everybody. What are you guys like in your live shows?
Very, very lively. There's a lot of improvisational moments. It's real rock and roll. There's no tracks. There's no hidden gimmicks. It's just four guys up there, playing off the cuff, playing off of what the other guy's playing. It's if you enjoyed seeing '70s rock bands, if you enjoyed Cactus, Humble Pie, Vanilla Fudge, we're that kind of performance. So come on out and hang with us. We'll be glad to have you.
Where can we find your music? Are you on all the streaming platforms?
We're on all the platforms. If you'll go to theotisband.com, there's a streaming, there's a link there to take you all the social media sites, streaming sites. It's all right there handy for you.
Otis is at Ground Zero Blues Club in Clarksdale, June 19th. Boone, it's great meeting you. Break a leg.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me on.